Okay.
We trying, we
Huh? Okay, mute us, John, so Peter can
Yeah.
talk.
Unmute Peter.
There we go. Okay. So whether you were on the Saturday training or you weren't on the Saturday training, I really wanted to get together to ask or to answer any questions. And here's the thing, Rory, I mean, he was on steroids. I mean, that was so cool what he did. But I guarantee you there's a lot of people here that really didn't understand what the heck was going on. And so we're just, like we do every week, is we're going to try to break it down so it makes a lot more sense. If you guys were confused, if you weren't, I want to start this off with first of all, what Rory was doing Saturday, what we all do when we post ads, we're fishing, right? So I heard something the other day. When you're fishing, if you do everything perfectly, you're not guaranteed a fish, right? You're not guaranteed a fish, right? When we post ads, that's what we're doing. We're fishing. We're putting ads out there and we're letting people know what products we have. Even if you do everything perfect, you're not guaranteed a fish, okay? With that said, if you don't fish, you're guaranteed you're never going to get a fish, okay? So I wanted to say that because posting ads to me is one of the most critical parts of our business. If we don't let people know what we're doing, whether it's directly or indirectly, we're never going to get exposure. We're never going to get people to our websites, right? And that's kind of where what I'm trying to break down here is that we've got to get people to our website. Good or bad or good, all advertising is good advertising. It's all the same, right? But we need to do this now with all the new products that we got. We only have 6 at this point, which is a lot to me. The new ones, we've got plenty to do at this point, right? We've got to get the pages done. We got to put the links in, and we got to start advertising. I mean, if you do 10 to 20 advertisements a day, I know Rory was doing hundreds and hundreds at a time. That was insane to me. And I think that's fantastic. We all need to get to that point of Rory Rickard, right? But at the meantime, we've got to crawl before we can walk, just like Rory says, we got to walk before we can blah, 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 whatever it is. So I just wanted to let people ask any questions they want. And then I'm going to show you exactly the simplicity of how I do things on a smaller scale so that we can crawl before we walk. So if anybody has any questions about what happened on Saturday, that's what I want to open it up to right now. And if you don't, then I'm going to go right into my
You're muted, Peter,
how long have I been muted?
for about 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. So no, if anybody has any questions about what happened on Saturday, or if you're confused, that's where I want to start this meeting is let's start there. And then if we don't, then I'll just go into a little simpler way of how to post ads, the way I do it.
Looks like Robert has a question.
Go ahead, Robert.
You can unmute, Robert.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. Now, what was I going to ask, right?
Yeah, go ahead, take your time.
Yeah. I should have written it down, right?
It happens to all of us.
We can do this too. It just seems like there's a lot to do, and I know personally, I get kind of concerned about what I'm going to put in the ad, whether it's misleading or something. And, so kind of the safety, the safe zone to write ads within, and parameters, what's good to say and what's not. He did everything on the fly. And so thinking that fast, I appreciate his copying the things down, but it didn't provide anything to me. Oh, I know what the biggest thing, because he was going so quick, it seemed like everybody, for the most part, was focusing on what he was doing versus, spending 12 hours maybe of posting our own ads. Can you comment on, should I have been posting my own ads or indeed paying attention to him?
I love that. Yeah. Now, I probably posted 1,000 ads during that marathon. But at the same time, I was trying to stay vigilant because he was teaching me so much, right? So yes, if you can do that, I'm going to tell you this. I am not very good at listening and doing other things at the same time. That's not my forte. If you can do that, do that. If you can't, make sure you just absorb a lot of the things that he was saying. Now, there was a lot of breaks in there, if you remember, right? Where you could have put your, listen to what he said, put your ad copy in there, do some things. And when there was downtime, when he was just typing, yeah, just start posting a few ads, like 1 or 2 or 3. You're not going to get the multiple ads that he did, within 10 seconds. The guy's amazing. It's crazy, right? So yeah, I suggest anytime there's a training, especially like that one, it's designed so you can learn, but you can actually be posting ads at the same time, or doing, or what would you say, reflecting what he does, I guess. That's the way it's supposed to be designed. But at the same time, I can't tell you what to do because I'm not good at that, right, Robert? It's hard for me. I want to listen. I want to make sure I understand at the same time that I'm posting ads. And I don't know if that all works for everybody. I know Sharon can post ads and listen and absorb everything, but that's not me.
Yeah, it does. We're all different in terms of how we multitask. But the other good thing is that they recorded that, and it's going to be on YouTube in a little bit, if it isn't already, I was told.
Yeah,
So
yes, correct.
that way you can go back and see what you think you might have missed if you want to.
And Robert, to address your about your parameters on what you put in the advertising and not to mislead and not to, for me, I have found that the safest and best way for me is own experience. Okay. If you're in an anchor, that means you've got the products. So write from your own experience. Because you can't go wrong there because you're telling your truth. Okay. There's nothing misleading about you talking about your own experience. There's nothing wrong about you talking about, so we hear testimonials every Tuesday night. There's nothing wrong with using a testimonial that you've heard. So we are given lots of resources that are out there, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, of looking at other people's pages and seeing what they've got. When we go on, the Facebook on the WA site or the Velavita site, they have all testimonials from members of people of their own personal use, like June Beatty, who's lost 71 pounds at last count from, the brain. That is a testimonial. That's somebody who's done that. You've seen it. We've seen it with our own eyes. So, it works. You've seen it. It's not a matter of, well, I think it might work. I don't know for sure. We've seen June shrink to half the woman she used to be. Okay.
Yeah,
And
and we're talking about advertorials, right? We're not
Right.
talking about anything other than advertorials. And as a community, we can take everybody's, like you say, their experiences, and we can put them into our pages, and all we, it'd be like, hey, my friend June Beatty lost blah, blah, blah weight, right? Using this product.
Mhm.
She's a member of our community, so on and so forth. So everything we do, like Rory says, is truth, because we're not saying anything that's not true. But all we're doing is advertorials, and we're directing them to the website that we want them to purchase from. So
Exactly.
once they get to that, we're just saying what we know. Okay, you can say anything on the internet you want. I don't care. I would be careful a little bit, Robert, but at the same time, there's really, just as long as you feel you're comfortable with it, I would go with it 100%.
Mhm.
Promise you.
Okay, Deborah's got a question.
What got me really confused, and I'm still confused, is the whole spreadsheet thing that he did. I could not keep up with him at all. And the speed at which he can post ads, that's where I want to get to.
Perfect. I love that. That's why I wanted to do this tonight, because I knew that a lot of people were like, that is way too fast. That's crazy. He's insane, which he is.
Yeah,
And we all know that, and we joke about it, and he knows we joke about it. So we're not making fun of him behind his back. But here's the thing is, so what I wanted to do is, we don't have to get to that point right this second. What we have to do is we need to post ads. Okay. So what I wanted to do is kind of show you, just a real simple step-by-step ad posting. And then once you get the hang of it, then we'll get into the training that shows you how to do 5 ad posting sites at a time, 10, 20, just like he did, right? But we got to
Yeah.
start at one point. And I think that's the point that Rory, I'm not saying he missed it. I'm saying that a lot of people may have been confused about, let's start with one ad. Let's just start with one, and then we'll go from there, right? Once you get comfortable with that one and that one site, then we can go and post on different sites and post multiple sites. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Deborah?
yes, it does.
Yeah, I knew people were going to be confused. I absolutely knew it as soon as I watched him for 12 hours.
Okay, so let me guess. He had multiple tabs open, and at the same time he did one, he posted on all the multiple tabs, then cut and pasted onto his spreadsheet which one he did which at which time, and he did this like in about 10 seconds at a time, and then he hit and went save and went on, right?
Oh,
Pretty much.
and using a spreadsheet to track everything
Yeah.
while he was doing it, which
Right.
was crazy insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That was awesome.
It was awesome, but we're
Yeah.
all not there right now. I mean,
No,
I know
That's how I
Julie
do my
knows how to post
Velveeta.
ads. I know Irene knows how to post ads. I know Julie Lundeen Russell knows how to post ads. But I mean, to that level was just absolutely over the top. I mean, even I know how to post ads. I've never done it like that before, right?
That's where the templates come in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's where the templates come in, but we got to start at one point, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you can't start where Rory starts. It
No.
just, it's too
That-
confusing. It's over
That's
the
30
top.
years of experience. That's 30
Absolutely.
years of doing it 365 days a year, except I think Tanya may make him take Christmas off. But
Maybe.
Her birthday. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know for
and her
sure.
birthday. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, we don't know for sure.
Maybe,
But-
yeah,
But
maybe.
the point being is that whatever days Tanya makes him take off, we can subtract from the 365. But otherwise, Rory is doing this at least a quarter of his day. When he's not on the phone, or sometimes probably when he is, he's posting ads, because this is Rory who does a gazillion things at one time. So he's posting ads continuously,
Yeah.
but he's got
so-
30 years experience.
Yeah, and so I don't like to say this, but I do like to say this is I want to dumb it down a little bit, right? And let's get everybody posting ads first. And then once we get to that level, then we're posting at a level that we're really, making a difference. But if we don't start at the very bottom, we're never going to get to that top. So
Yep.
that's where I wanted to go today. So I'm going to share a screen real quick. Let me see where I am here. Okay, okay. And I have, okay, Irene, do you recognize this? Can you see that, guys? Anyone see it? Hello, hello.
See, senor, we see it.
Yes, we see it.
Irene, you recognize this? This is yours.
Yes, sir, sight.
That's your site. And the reason I'm showing that is because I stole mine from her. Oh, there. And I wanted to show, actually, I wanted to show how cool she is because she's got Google AdSense. Da 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 da, yay. So I stole this article from her, right? And I'm going to go to my beauty and cosmetics and I'm going to the Curse Cosmetics site, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to, hold on, let me do something real, gosh, dang it. I've got so busy lately. Ugh, sorry, guys. Yeah, so here I am with my page that I did for Curse Cosmetics because I think this is going to be cool. And like I said, I stole it from her. So I just changed it a little bit. Oops, sorry. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. My screen sharing paused, guys.
Stan has his hand up. He must have a question.
Go ahead, Stan. My screen share is not working.
Hit stop screen share and try again.
I
I
think
believe John is breathing into his microphone and it's distracting. Thank you.
Okay.
Enough.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so I apologize. I just noticed the crazy things on here. But what I wanted to show you was how simple this ad posting site is. And yes, I realize that the things are not awesome, but we're going to deal with that. So when I go to post an ad, right, I do the same thing Rory does, you know, and so I'll get a, I'll make an ad posting thing where, you know, I come up with a couple titles and I come up with an ad body. So I'm just going to use this and I'm going to do, you know, whoops, auto blank, sorry, kids. On the fly, apologize.
I completely understand.
Yeah. So we're trying to get to that site. I had it pulled up, but it kind of, so anyway, we're going to start here. So I came up with these two titles just within, you know, 5 minutes before we came, you know, online. And this is Curse Cosmetics. And of course I was stealing all my information from Irene. Thank you, Irene. But I thought these were pretty cool little titles, right? Crazy cool cosmetics that will cast a spell on your cosmetic needs, right? So that's the first one I'm going to do, right? And I'm going to grab this copy. We're going to go back to our other, hopefully we got that back up. Oops, sorry. No, next one. It's still not coming up. Sorry, guys. while we're waiting for this, I wanted to show you guys just how simple it is to post an ad. And post it in a bunch of different states. Gosh, dang it, this is making me mad. Without, you know, having to do 10 at a time, right? You can do one at a time and still make a difference, right? And so that's what I wanted to show you guys today is that, I mean, you could do one at a time in 50 different states, and that's 50 ads, and you could probably do it in an hour, right? That's 50 ads in 1 hour. And I apologize, kids, dang it. Can you see that, John?
Mhm.
Still trying to bring it up. I'm gonna get rid of that one.
This is your main screen.
I can't believe that's not pulling up.
Just close Chrome and open it again.
Close your browser, Peter, and open it again.
Mad at me. Wow, it's not even responding. Well, let's try this one. Let's try this one. You know what? I'm gonna try, hold on 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, nothing's responding. Let's try this guy. This is not my favorite one in the world, but wow, I'm messing this up big time. Can you see anything?
Yeah, we see your screen, business ads for free. It says post an ad.
How come I can't see it?
I don't know.
Okay, so you can see that?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so this is not the platform I would really want to put it on, but at the same time, I really, hold on 2 seconds. Okay, at the same time, we're gonna go for it, okay, because it's the same platform. So what I'm talking about is that I can go to Alabama. I can select a city if I want, but I'm not going to. Outside the US, I can do that. We're gonna talk about that later. The header I'm gonna put in is the Cool Cosmetics, right? And then I'm going to choose a category, and I'm just going to click on affiliate marketing. It's the first one that pops up, which I think is fine, right? I'm going to put my email in there, so on and so forth. That's not the email one, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to put in my my copy or my ad body, which is really just a description of what I'm talking about, right? My URL obviously is the right here. Copy. Paste my URL in there and add an image.
Oops.
What?
Oh. You don't put the
Your URL is not.
URL looks,
It's not
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
work.
It's the way that happened. It still works. I've tested it.
Oh.
I've tested it. Okay, so
Right.
I want to add an image and I've got an upload. Image file. Hold on 2 seconds. Should be right down here. Go. I just got it real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I just put it in here. Sorry, guys. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna upload that. Post the ad. That was one ad. I know we had a lot of mistakes there, but that was one ad. And now I can go back and post another ad, and I'm going to post it in Alaska. And I don't care if we don't really, even if we don't ship there, I still want people to see it, right? So I'm fine with doing this because I just posted that ad in 1 second. And then I'm going to go to American Sonoma. We don't even ship there, but I don't care. I want people to see it. Took me another second. I'm going to post another ad. I'm going to go to Arizona and I'm going to post that one again. Okay. So that was like, even with all the mistakes, that was 4 or 5 ads in 10 minutes. And we should all be able to do that, right? Now I do want to do one thing, and then I want to do question and answer after this, because, you know, Arizona, I'm going to go to Arkansas. It's the same ad, doesn't matter. It's It's easy, simple. You know, you guys may not like my header or my body. That's fine with me. I'm getting the word out there, right? Now, the other thing I do want to mention is when we have products that we can post in different parts of the world, you know, we can go right to this one. Select a post in the outside area, right? Algeria, Argentina, Australia, Austria. If we can ship to different parts of the world, or if we're actually posting about our business, I posted in every single one of these because you can have a business in wine or in Velveeta, even if you don't get products shipped to you. So I go through every single one of these and I select every single one and I post it in every single one. Two things: get the word out, right? Recognition, get people to your website. And if they're interested in making a business with wine or Velveeta or whatever we do, then you can certainly, you're getting the word out. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to stop sharing screen. And we're just going to, you know, I just want to answer any questions you guys may have about that. And hopefully that made sense, right?
Looks like we got a few people with questions. And I don't know who put their hand up first. I believe it was Penny, but I'm not sure.
I can't hear.
Oh, shoot. You want to unmute? I think it's Penny. Oh, Penny, where did she go?
All right, finally, it would not allow me to unmute forever.
I had to get to it.
Anyhow, Peter, I did that same thing in classifieds for free sometime back now. Post an ad and then hit another city, hit another city, hit another, you know, another place, had bunches of ads out. They threw them all out. They said I was doing duplicate posting. So are you sure we can get away with this without changing the ad in any way, to just change the location and post it again? Because I got my ads all thrown out when I did that.
On this particular site, I've never heard of anybody. If you post a different ad in every single state, I've never been kicked out.
Well, it was on classifieds for free, not business ads for free, but I suspect that they're connected. It sounds to me like they would be.
They look the same.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, I don't know all the rules on every single site. I know that we've got to be careful of that, but I just posted four ads. I guarantee you all of them, they haven't said one word to me. And I mean.
No, but you may come back tomorrow or the next day and find that they've dumped them all.
Yeah.
And they may not always even tell you. You may just log on and go, oh, damn, my ads are all gone. That was my experience.
Absolutely. And I don't think it's classifieds for free. I think it's something different, but at the same time, you know, experience will tell you what you can and can't do. You know, I don't, you know, I work on so many different platforms that I don't remember all the rules on everything. So it's going to be your own experience on what happens. So if that happens to you, then I mean, I think in one of the trainings, what I usually do is I'll just change the first word and the last word in the title, and maybe a first word and the last word in the body, and then post it again. But on this platform, I've never had that problem ever.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I've been pretty gun shy about trying to do that again after having about 100 ads all of a sudden just dumped.
I had 10,000 ads dumped on this
Oh, wow.
platform because they had some server issues. So, I mean, everybody's got to be aware of that too. If they have server issues, We don't have control over any of that stuff. So I had over 10,000 ads dumped just on this website.
Wow. Well, and I mean, having your ads dumped because they have a server issue is one thing. It's like they can't help that either. But having your ads dumped because they said, "Oh, you broke the rules. Now we got to throw all your ads away."
I agree.
That
with you. I agree with you, but I've not had that problem on either the business classifieds or classifieds for free ever. I just do click, 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 and they're always there.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Who's next?
Deborah. Okay, Deborah.
Okay, when you were posting the ad, say in Arkansas, and you didn't select the city, is your ad now going out to all the cities?
Perfect. Yes, this is a great question. So what I usually do is this, the business site, the other one shows you your clicks, right? That's why I wanted to show you the other side. So I do all the cities at once. So it'll go into the cities or excuse me, the states. And then if I get good results, then I'll start posting in all the cities in every single state as well. Because it's just a click and paste. I mean, it's just not even click and, or it's not even copy and paste. It's just click, 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 click. Choose the city, choose the state, choose the city, choose the state, choose the next city, click. So if I get good results, I'll go back and I'll do it in all the cities. It's just more exposure, right? Does that
Okay,
make sense, Deborah?
yes, it does. Thank you.
Well, that leads into my question, and I'm sorry to jump rank here, but
It's your turn.
thank you. I was just wondering whether or not it's advantageous to leave it blank and let it go to all the states instead of doing them one by one. I've done it both ways in the past. But if you leave it blank on that one, it's going to go to all states and sometimes cities too. And I see what you're saying about just see where you're getting the best results, Peter. But what do you recommend? What's the best way to do it? Kim's raising her hand.
I know. Here's what I think would be more effective is
Mhm.
it only takes me to do all 50 states, I would say an hour. And so why not do all 50 states and individualize that system or that situation where that you're getting, you're getting the looks in all different 50 states.
Yeah.
This one doesn't, if you leave this site blank, it doesn't go to all 50. You have to choose the state.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but on the other ones, yes, you're right, that if you don't choose it, it'll go to all of them. But in
Mhm.
my experience, that I get more exposure if I take the
Wow.
time to actually choose all the states and post them in all the different states. Now, like I said, some platforms will give you the results, some won't. So if they do give me the results, then I go back, and if they're good results, I go back and I start posting in all the cities in all the states.
Right.
And if they don't, it's up to you what you want to do, right? I mean, marketing's marketing. I mean, we got to get the line out there. If we don't get the line out there, nothing's going to happen. We all know that. But that's why I wanted to do this today, because hey, we could do in an hour, you could do 50 states on that platform. Okay. Or you could think about, well, where am I going to post? Where am I going to post for an hour? What am I going to do? What ad titles am I going to use? Well, you didn't throw a line out there.
Mhm.
So get a line out there. This is the whole point. Get a line. Rory's training was above board. That thing was amazing. But if we don't start at the bottom, we're never going to get to that point. That's what I'm trying to communicate to everybody tonight, is we got to start small, get bigger and bigger and bigger, and figure out these websites, right? I don't know everything about these websites. I have no clue.
Yep.
I just use them.
Okay, we got one more. We got Stanley. And this is about my breathing.
Kim, we'll get to you.
Okay. You see Cam waving around in there. Listen, I have a question about where they tell you you've doubled up your posts, does that mean that you have put the same ad in several places on that website, like several cities or several states, or what's going on with that?
Yep, that's exactly what Penny was talking about. So if you've doubled up your post, what that means is that platform doesn't allow you to use the same verbiage in different in the same in the, how do I say that? You use the same verbiage in two posts and they're supposed to be different. It's duplicate posting. And so what you want to do, it's like we talked about, like when we were talking about doing the wine ads, right? It's like what I usually do is I say, hey, USA, look at this wine of the month club. Then I go to Australia, hey, Australia, or hey, Germany. I just change up a couple little things in that post to make it different. And so if you're getting that message, that means that you are duplicating, you're not following their rules, I guess is what you would say. Correct? That makes sense?
Yes.
Kim?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay. What I have been told, and I forget who it was that told me, but it was a reliable source, that when you put a post, an ad, you post an ad to all states, okay? It's not like you're sending a piece of mail out to all the states and that everybody in all the states get something. When they go in and it goes to all states, if somebody puts a request in for information for that state, then it'll pull up. But if they're looking for information in their city or their, in their particular area, they're not going to, that ad's not going to pull up because it's not like it covers everywhere in that whole state. It's just like when you put in a restaurant, you say Applebee's in this city, okay? It doesn't give you every Applebee's in the whole world unless you ask for all the Applebee's in the whole world. So it limits how many people get to see your ad. So that's where going in, because I didn't know this because I was putting all states all the time and not doing the individual states. And it's the same way with the cities. Now the state's better than the individual, just, all states. But when you do go in and like Peter said, if you see that your ad is getting attention in the separate states, then yeah, do the cities then. But it's not like I had to get the visual idea in my head of you're not sending the ads out. It's not like the paper is going to the people in all the states. They have to specifically say, I want information about all this in the whole state instead of just in their city and location. So that's the difference. Did I explain that right?
Yeah, and that's perfect. And that's a great observation too, because number one, it depends on which platform you're using. Okay. So it's almost like trying to figure out Google at this point. So I don't know which platforms, promote ads to different cities. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is when it gives me an option of posting to all the states, I'm taking that option. That's what I'm saying, right? Because I don't know the rules. I don't have time to search out all the rules to those different platforms. But what I do know is like you said, is unless you say Applebee's near me, I'm not going to get that ad, right? Wine ambassador near me or whatever it is, or wine near me. I'm not going to get that ad, but that doesn't apply to every single platform that we use. It only applies to some. So, it's kind of a trial and error thing on what we're doing. And that's why I say, we just got to keep putting out fishing lines, no matter where they are. If it was me, if it gave me the option to put, Alabama, Alaska, this, that, the other, I'm putting them out everywhere. I don't even care if we ship to that place. I still want them to know that it's there. I still want them to come to my website. They may find something that does ship to them. So does that make sense, everybody? It does, right? I mean, we're advertisers. That's what we do. And I mean, they could be on vacation and see that ad and then come back and remember that and pull it up, right? So
Can,
And Deborah has another question.
oh, okay.
I'm not even sure how to word this, but all these ad sites that we're posting to, are they just being seen by other advertisers? I mean, how does the word get out to people that they can go on these websites and see what businesses are offering?
It's a great question. So it's almost like a Facebook or a Craigslist on a smaller level at that point, where people are typing in, you know, or they're going to these sites and they're looking for different opportunities or products. It's, you know, if you're looking for a Chester drawers, right, you're going to you're going to go to Craigslist and type in Chester drawers or something to that effect. I mean, Deborah, it's almost like that, right? A lot of people, you know, that grew up in the digital age, right, the computer age, back in the day, we used to pull out the paper, right? You went down to the store, you
Yeah.
grabbed the paper, you pulled it out, you were looking for a job, you pulled out the classifieds and you started looking. Well, guess what? That's what the people do now. They go to different classifieds or they type in classifieds. That's just how the world works now. I mean, the group of us are a little older, we don't understand that. But if you think about it, you know, you're not going down to the drugstore to get your paper to find out where a babysitter is or to find out, you know, someone to walk your pet or whatever. What you're doing is you're typing online what's going on, and this stuff comes up. It's not just for advertisers. This is for people looking for things.
Okay,
That's why when you go through there and you'll look at when you select a category, there's, you know, aircraft and aviation. Someone's looking for that. There's announcements. I don't know what that is. Antiques. Yes, everybody's looking for antiques. Apartments, sales, auto parts, right? People are looking for those items on these particular sites.
Yeah, Deborah, just like he said, my son, for example, who is a millennial, okay, true millennial, when he is looking for something online, he goes to the classifieds, and these sites that like Rory has on his, where we can go and look up for free ad space, and like some of the ones that I've posted, I do a search about every 6 months for articles on advertising and marketing, best free classified ads, best free places to advertise, because there are marketing companies that they want to know where to get the best bang for their buck. And 9 times out of 10, the ad, like the one that he pulled up the first time that had such nice pretty pictures on it, that one is always ranked within the top 10. Craigslist is actually in the bottom half, but it's on the top 20. And there'll be sites that I won't even recognize the name on, but these are ones that marketing experts have, you know, narrowed the list down to the top 20 of where to place your free classified ads for people to come and find your stuff. And it's because that's where millennials on their phones, they're typing free. I have a coworker who's older than me, and if she is looking for a deal, if she's looking for, she's a rescue and foster dog person. If she's looking for, she's on classifieds online on her phone. That's where she's going and searching. And now she starts with Craigslist because that's the oldest one around, and then she goes from there. So yeah, there is a huge market out there of people who are looking for like Penny Saver and Craigslist and USAclassifieds.com. They are looking at these sites for this stuff they want because they like classifieds, and we don't have papers anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing is that I was talking to kid today, right before we came on here, and I'm like, well, you know what classifieds are, right? And he's like, dude, I'm 18. I don't have a clue what you're talking. I said, you've never seen a paper with classifieds? He's like, no, I'm 18. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. It's all online. Everything's online.
Okay, Merle has a question and we're gonna have to start wrapping it up. It's 4 minutes till 9. So let me get it. Okay, you should be able to unmute now. Merle.
All right, that one place that you guys were advertising on, the one that's for free. I forget the whole name now, of course, but do they have a limit on ads? Because I have like 3,200 in there and I tried to add more to it and they wouldn't take them
Which,
and classified for free.
oh my gosh.
I thought that
I've
was
never heard of
pretty
that.
weird. No, me either. So I'm like, really?
I've never heard of that. I don't, like I said, I had over 10,000 at one point on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have like over 3,200 and that's it. So
It
I tried
could-
more than once to add more and they wouldn't take them. So
Did you renew your ads?
yes. Sure enough, I need to renew them about now, I think. Also,
Well, it
but
could
yes, I
be,
have.
it could be that the ads you were trying to post were too similar to some of the 3,200 that you had.
No, it was on different products, so I can't see it being that, but you never know. They can screw it as whatever they want, you know.
I would open
That would
another
work.
account, Merle.
Pardon me?
I'd just open another account.
All right.
Just get a
Another-
different, I mean, if you're like me, you have more than one email address.
Right.
I would just open another account and just start over. You're
Yep.
just taking them to the same place. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I would do. So.
Yeah,
Right on.
we have 2 accounts on each each site, one in mine and one in John's.
Yeah, just, you
Exactly.
know, work around it. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
is
that
work
works.
around it.
Yeah, I'll give it a try because it's easy to post stuff there, you know.
And make sure you keep renewing your ads on your first account. I do it every single day. I renew my ads on the classifieds for
Oh,
free.
really?
Every day,
I do one once a month, probably is it.
every day.
Okay, Kim's
All right.
flagging us down. Kim's waving.
Kim's waving. Okay.
Yes.
What's up, Kim?
Hold on. I just,
I'm just saying bye.
yeah, it's that time.
Bye.
Yeah. So
Okay,
it
so
takes me a few minutes to
go ahead.
do this without killing myself to switch over. No, thank you very much for letting me come in. You know, I appreciate y'all a whole bunch. Love you, mean it.
Perfect.
We love
Okay.
you too, Kim.
So I hope everybody kind of got my message today is that I know, I mean, this is what we need to do, especially with all the new offers. We need to start posting, even if you're only doing a few a day, that makes a big difference in what we're doing.
Mhm.
And I know that Rory did thousands at a time. If you do one at a time, you're making a big difference, right? And I'm not trying to say don't do as much as he can do. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, if you don't understand what you're doing, let's start with 1 and let's move to 2, 3, 4, and let's keep going up the ladder. Because with all the new offers we got coming up, you guys, our PBSs are going to explode. It's going to be insane. I promise you, it's going to be so cool. So that's what I wanted to tell everybody tonight. So hope that made sense.
It did. Thank you. And 9 o'clock, everybody go to the next meeting, grab a bite to eat, watch, learn, add post, behave.
Behave. Okay, guys.
Don't
Thank
forget
you.
to behave.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody.